We are going to discuss the question using parallelogram law of vectors, derive an expression for the magnitude and direction of the resultant vector. First, we write the statement for parallelogram law of vectors. If two vectors represent two adjacent sides of a parallelogram drawn from a point, then their resultant is the diagonal drawn from the same point. First, we draw the diagram as shown in the figure. From figure, OC represents the magnitude of resultant vector. Magnitude OC we get from perpendicular triangle OCD. OC square is equal to OD square plus CD square. OC square is equal to, instead of OD, we write OA plus AD whole square plus CD square. That implies OC square is equal to OA square plus AD square plus 2OA AD plus CD square. OC square is equal to P square plus Q square cos square theta plus 2PQ cos theta plus Q square sin square theta. That implies OC square is equal to P square plus Q square times sin square theta plus cos square theta plus 2PQ cos theta. Therefore, OC square is equal to P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. Since sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Therefore, magnitude of resultant vector R equal to OC equal to square root of P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. In the above derivation, AD equal to Q cos theta and CD equal to Q sin theta. These values are derived from the perpendicular triangle ACD. Then we are going to find direction of the resultant vector R bar. Let R bar makes an angle alpha with P bar. Therefore, tan alpha equal to CD by OD equal to CD by OA plus AD. That equal to Q sin theta by P plus Q cos theta. Tan alpha is equal to Q sin theta by P plus Q cos theta. Therefore, alpha equal to tan inverse Q sin theta by P plus Q cos theta. Next question we are going to discuss is, if theta is the angle of projection or the range H the maximum height, t the time of flight, then show that a tan theta equal to 4h by r, b h is equal to gt square by 8. To prove tan theta is equal to 4h by r, first we take RHS, that is equal to 4h by r, equal to 4 into u square sin square theta by 2g by u square sin 2 theta by g. When we solve the above equation, we get tan theta. Therefore, 4h by r equal to tan theta. Therefore, tan theta equal to 4h by r. Next, second one, to solve h equal to gt square by 8, first we take RHS equal to gt square by 8, g by 8, 2u sin theta by g whole square. When we solve the equation, we get h. Therefore, gt square by 8 equal to h. Therefore, h equal to gt square by 8. Next question we are going to discuss is, what are advantages and disadvantages of friction? First, we are going to discuss advantages. Friction helps us to walk on the ground. Friction helps us to hold the book or pen. Friction helps to drive nails and screws into the walls. Friction helps to stop moving vehicles when we apply brakes. Now we are going to discuss disadvantages of friction. Friction causes wear and tear of machines. Friction decreases the speed of moving vehicle. Friction between the trees and branches causes forest fire. Friction reduces the efficiency of heat engines. Next question we are going to discuss is, mention the methods used to decrease friction or reduce friction. Methods used to decrease friction. 1. Polishing. Polishing the two surfaces in contact reduces friction. Lubricants. Lubricants form a thin layer between two surfaces in contact and reduces friction. Ball bearings. Ball bearings reduces friction in the wheels of vehicles while they are revolving. Streamlining. Streamlined shape of aeroplanes and cars reduce friction due to air. The next question we are going to discuss is explain the terms limiting friction, dynamic or kinetic friction, and rolling friction. Limiting friction, FL. Limiting friction is the maximum value of static friction between two contact surfaces when one body is ready to slide over the surface of other body. Dynamic friction or kinetic friction. The friction that comes into play when one body is sliding over the surface of other body. Rolling friction. The friction that comes into play when one body is rolling on the surface of other body. If Fr is the rolling friction and Fk is the dynamic or kinetic friction and Fl is the limiting friction, then the relation is Fr is less than, Fk is less than Fl.